It's time to kick some dicks. Welcome to the Dave Cave. I, as always, am Dave, and today we're going to be talking the movie 10 years in the making, almost became a TV series. Luckily not, but we finally have the sequel to the original Zombieland with Zombieland Double Tap. Yet again directed by Ruben Fleischer, Zombieland Double Tap brings back Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Abigail Breslin, and Emma Stone as the quartet that we met in the original. And they don't actually say how much time has passed, but it's been a while since the original Zombieland, and what has happened is they've gotten complacent. The quartet, like I said, that we knew from the first one, they're trying to find a place to lay their head, to find a home, to land and just be peaceful. But after certain events happen, I'm going to try to keep this review, as I like to do, as spoiler-free as possible. The group gets separated, and really, Little Rock gets separated from the other three, and they set out to rescue her, bring her home, bring her back into the family, and keep her safe. What then happens is, well, they get thrust in the world of a little bit more crazy zombies, and yeah, they've evolved. Now in real time, our time, it's been 10 years since we've seen Zombieland, and in going to that it's been 10 years, I was worried that these characters, the way these characters are played, would change. It's not. It's not different at all. Everybody falls right back into the way they were back in 2009. And really, it's not just the characters that fall back right in like it was 2009. The whole world feels like Zombieland, the original. It jumps right back into that, and you have those little moments. You have the, rule number 2, the double tap. Rule number 1, cardio. Rule number 56. Rule number 49. Rule number 37. There's all kinds of those. Rules are referenced through the whole movie. That doesn't spoil anything. They just are. Just like they are in the first one. This feels very much like a continuation of the original world. And I love that original world. I really want to get that out of the way right now. I absolutely love the first Zombieland. And this feels like a great extension of that. But the difference between this and the original Zombieland is that when Zombieland 1 came out, it was like, holy shit. Like, you have this proper mix of comedy and actual drama and serious notes. Dude, Tallahassee's kid got eaten by zombies. Holy shit. That's real stuff right there. But it's also followed up by him wiping his eyes with $100 bills. It was a very unique look, very well shot, very uniquely shot. Like I said, you have the rules playing into the actual environment, being interacted with by the actors. That movie was very unique. What for me fails with Zombieland Double Tap is that it just feels like an extension of the first one. Now, there are evolutions, like I said before, in different ways. Some things change, and some things actually very much stay the same. I just watched Zombieland before going in and seeing this. Well, last night, which I don't actually recommend doing, because what you then have stand out is how much 2 is just like 1. And I don't mean that necessarily in a bad way, but I don't really mean that in a good way. Because when you come to a sequel, generally, it should be more. Something else should happen. It should crack open the world a bit more, which it does. You meet a lot more characters, and that actually is one of my biggest gripes about the movie, not the characters. I enjoy the characters. The new people we get, the new people we meet, they're fine, they're good. I actually dig them a fair bit. But with the new people that we meet, the new faces, Rosario Dawson, Luke Wilson, Thomas Middleditch, with those new people, and I don't consider this a spoiler because the trailers talked about it, which I know sometimes that's dangerous territory with trailers these days, but the trailers talked about it, that these people go by their state city names, just like Tallahassee and Columbus and Wichita and Little Rock, which is cool, fits into the whole universe. But what was so cool about that in the original Zombieland was the fact that Tallahassee, Woody Harrelson's character, came up with that, just him, as a way to be impersonal between each other. Which I'm fine that they still have those names. I know they've known each other for a fair bit of time, and that we know that Wichita's real name's Kristen from the first one. That's fine. and that's like their thing. They call each other Tallahassee, Columbus, Wichita, Little Rock. But you have these new people that don't know about that. We have no reason to believe that these people would go by these names. It's not like this whole countrywide thing that, oh yeah, it's become accepted that everybody goes by the city that they're coming from, or the city that they're going to, or the state that they're from. That doesn't get established in any way at all. And for me, the fact that that kept happening and that we didn't meet anybody named Bob or Dave or Kelly or Kristen or real Kristen, we found all these people that Madison, Albuquerque, Flagstaff, Nevada, Berkeley, we found all these people, but that was what was so cool about them. They were the 4 people that went by the state names so that they didn't know each other's names. It would have stuck out and been a much better plot device kind of cool thing that this was their group thing. That's just what they called each other now. That's how they came to know each other. That's the world that they grew together, as being Tallahassee, Columbus, Little Rock, Wichita. Then we should have met John, Christina, Mark. We should have met all these people with just real people, random names. And in that sense, it was one of those things that I know it's so small. I do know it's so small. But for me, it felt like the movie was trying too hard. It took this great universe that Ruben Fleischer put together and really, really kind of jammed it down our throats, where the rest of the movie doesn't feel jammed down our throats. It just feels like being home, and home is Zombieland. And in home being Zombieland, you get a great return. Like I said, you get great kills, you have a whole bunch of laughs, you have a whole bunch of heart, you have good characters, you have a lot of great character interactions, you have great moments, you have great all kinds of stuff all over the place. It just didn't blow me away the first Zombieland was. And I didn't go into this movie expecting it to be the first Zombieland. I went into this trying to go in as blind as I could. I did that one trailer reaction. That's the only trailer I've seen for the movie. That was it. That's all I've seen. I tried to avoid everything. When reviews are coming out, I just kept my head down because I didn't want to know anything. I didn't even want to know if people liked this movie. But ultimately, I feel pretty meh about the movie. I didn't hate it. Absolutely didn't hate it. It was an enjoyable time, but it was okay. Like, it wasn't anything. I don't love it. I liked it. I like being in the world of Zombieland. For me, the world of Zombieland is awesome. I love the first one. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that one. So I guess what I got to do is I got to answer the 2 questions. Do I think you should see it? If you enjoyed the first Zombieland, yes. Absolutely, you will go see this movie and you will enjoy it. You will have a good time with Zombieland Double Tap. I will say, for sure, don't watch the first one just before this one. Because this one will feel like home. It will feel like watching the first one again. And that's what you want. You want to go into this movie feeling like it's been 10 years. Because you're like, oh, you get the warm and fuzzies. You're like, oh, that's right. There's these people together. And they look great. And Woody Harrelson's awesome. And oh, look, there's the text. And it feels like Zombieland. The creature design is still the same. Everything feels like home. And the second question that I ask, am I going to put it up on the wall? I think eventually, but I'm not dying to see this movie again. It was okay, like I said. There's other movies that I would choose. I would, 9 times out of 10, given a choice between watching the original and watching Double Tap, I'll choose the original. As of right now, this might be, very much might be, a movie that grows on me over time, but I absolutely like the first one leaps and bounds above Double Tap. All right, quick little question of the day. It's a 2-parter. 1, in a zombie apocalypse, where would you go to be safest? And 2, what weapon would you take with you? Hit the comments below. Let me know. Now, on your way down to the comments, in the description below, I have links to some of the other reviews that I've been kicking out lately. Be sure to go check those out. And while you're down there, I have links to my Instagram and Twitter, both at @TheDaveCave_. I post over there when I'm not posting here. And that is going to do it for me today. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to drop a like. And if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much, as always, for stopping by the Dave Cave. I will see you real soon. But until then, take care.